Financial Crimes Consulting have partnered up with Verify CV, a leading provider of employment screening solutions, so you can conduct employee background checks and probity checks for potential and existing employees through our portal to satisfy the employee due diligence requirements of the anti-money laundering legislation. The types of checks that are available in our basic package include identification checks, academic qualification checks, employment history checks, criminal history checks, AML CTF global lists checks, and entitlement to work checks. For staff applying for or holding key positions, there are additional checks available, including whether the person has been disqualified as a director or have ever been declared bankrupt, in addition to providing information highlighting any external directorships or significant shareholdings in companies that the person holds, which may highlight potential conflict of interest issues. This video demo provides an overview of how our employment screening solution works. You can log into the Financial Crimes Consulting Employees Screening Portal from the Employee Screening login page on our website. If you are a first-time user, you will need to register by clicking on the Register Here button, or if you are a returning administrator, just enter your username and password to log in. Once you have logged in, you will be directed to the Contact Details screen, where you can specify one of two different order types, either on behalf of a company or as the candidate. Typically, our employee screening checks will be on behalf of a company, and by selecting this option, you'll be prompted to provide further company information before proceeding to the Candidate Details screen. In the Candidate Details screen, you will have the choice of adding candidates individually, or you can bulk upload them using the template provided. To request an employee screening check, simply enter the candidate's full name, email address, mobile phone number, and position that they are applying for, and click the Add Candidate button. By ticking the Email and SMS Candidate box, this will send a daily reminder email and text message to the candidate to remind them to provide the required consent forms that must be obtained prior to a background check being able to be performed. When you have added the details of all the candidates that you would like to screen, click the Next Step button, which will take you to the Package Details screen. In this screen, you will be able to choose the most appropriate package from the 6 standard packages available by selecting the drop-down in the Package window, which will change your selection and display the types of checks that are included within the package, as well as the cost of conducting the check. We have 3 types of packages to choose from for Australian or New Zealand-based companies, including the All-Staff package, the Key Risk Role package, and the Executive package, depending on the position. The types of checks that are available in our basic package include identification checks, academic qualification checks, employment history checks, criminal history checks, AML CTF global list checks, and entitlement to work checks. For staff applying for or holding key positions, there are additional checks available, including whether the person has been disqualified as a director or have ever been declared bankrupt, in addition to providing information highlighting any external directorships or significant shareholdings in companies that the person holds, which may highlight potential conflict of interest issues. Once you have selected the right package, click the Next Step button, which will take you to the Confirmation and Payment screen. In this screen, enter the credit card details and those of the card holder, and click on the Confirm Order button, which will initiate the background checking process. For larger volume clients, we can arrange an account with a separate billing and invoicing process to avoid having to enter credit card details each time. Please contact us to discuss your requirements further. Once the order has gone through, you will receive a confirmation that the background check is in the system and an email will be sent to the candidate. Once the process is initiated, candidates will receive an email with the link to the Financial Crimes Consulting Employee Screening Portal, where they can enter the candidate code to log in and upload the consent forms and other documents, such as their resume or employment referee contact details. The candidate will be directed to this login screen where they can simply enter the candidate code provided in the email and text message. This is the same screen that HR administrators will use to log in to the portal to check up on the status of any requested checks. Users will also be able to view the results of any completed background checks, as well as perform other administrative functions, such as viewing reports, viewing turnaround statistics, or paying invoices, for example. Candidates will be directed to this screen where they will first be required to provide consent for Financial Crimes Consulting to conduct the background checks via Verify's service. On the next screen, candidates are required to provide basic personal information, provide an electronic signature, and agree to the terms and conditions. Candidates will then be required to upload various documents, such as their resume and consent forms, depending on the level of verification checking to be conducted. In the Verification Details screen, it provides the candidate with a summary of the verification checking, so that they can return to the portal to check up on the progress of their application. Administrators will be able to log in to the portal and be able to view any completed or active verifications and their status, as well as manage invoices and obtain statistics on the turnaround times for background checks. Once the candidate has provided consent, the background verification checking process is initiated, where the candidate's personal background information is checked against various databases and compiled into a report which appears similar to the one shown. The Financial Crimes Consulting Employee Screening Portal contains a full audit trail of checks completed and is used to store the results of the checks that have been conducted that can be retrieved at any time. If you would like to find out more about our employee screening solutions, please look at our website or contact us to discuss this further.